All right. Best Conversations podcast. I like to have up close and personal interviews with people that I truly admire, and I feel like is doing a great thing in the community. Tonight, man, we got a Greensboro legend, but not from Greensboro, but is definitely a Greensboro legend. Definitely one of the major voices of the Carolinas. Everybody, let's introduce to the program Big Mo from 102 Jamz. What's happening, my brother?
What up, man? That's a great intro. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, when I do my next party, I'm hiring you, brother, for real.
Thank you, man. Man, you definitely. I've been listening. I moved to Greensboro back in 2003, and you definitely has been part of my life. And listening to you doing overnights to now being the music director, man, it's just watching from afar is just amazing to see your journey, man, and it's pretty cool. Going from overnights to music director, that's a huge. If you know anything about radio, that's a huge step to make, man. So congrats on that, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It was a hard journey, boy. I swear I wanted to quit a couple times, man, but I stuck through it, man, and it was a lot of people on my side that made me just keep working hard and get to where I wanted to get to. So, I'm blessed, man. Thank God.
Yeah, absolutely, man. For people that don't know, that's not up on the Carolinas and the 102 Jamz. You're originally from Queens, New York. What was Queens like growing up for you?
It was pretty difficult. I mean, we got through it though. Grew up in the hood, South Jamaica, and I got in a little trouble out there. And thank God that my grandmother got me out of that situation and got me down here to the South. And been down here ever since. You know what I'm saying? But I love home. My family's still up there, so I go up there at least once a year. You know what I'm saying? So I always want to check out my peoples, but I love it. I still got my accent for some reason. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was actually born in Brooklyn too,
okay.
but my accent has been long gone. I'm a country boy. I don't even think about New York or anything like that, but I have roots in New York as well. So what age did you move to North Carolina?
I was 14. I was 14 at the time when I moved. That's when I got in trouble.
Word. Get in trouble, move down south. What high school did you go to in
Orange High School. Orange High is in Hillsborough, North Carolina. Let me tell you how country that shit was, man. Yes. Wait, I'm sorry. Can I curse? I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the first time I ever saw a deer, I thought it was a big-ass dog. You know what I'm saying? So I was totally confused, and people used to crack on me like, yo, Mo, what's a four-wheeler? I don't know what the hell a four-wheeler is, but I thought it was a car. Like, I didn't know. Like, you know what I mean? But it was cool, but I got a lot of friends from there. It was really straight, and I had fun though. I gotta admit, I had a lot of fun doing that.
Word. So how'd you end up choosing North Carolina A&T?
Honestly, man, my grandfather, my great grandfather went to A&T, and then also they gave me a football scholarship.
Word.
So you know what I'm saying? I played football for A&T. I played from '99 to '03. And, that's how I really got to A&T. That's how I got to Greensboro, because of football. You know what I'm saying? God bless.
So you found your passion for radio at the local college radio station. You hooked up with Terrance J, who was also doing radio at A&T. How'd you fall in love with radio?
Well, that was the thing, man. Like, okay, so not really after, but during classes and stuff like that, I always loved hip-hop music. I've always been a hip-hop fan. And so, but I couldn't play no instruments. I damn sure can't rap, and I damn sure can't sing. So I was like, man, what can I do in music? And radio just came about. I met Terrance J. I met Rob Swinger. And those guys like, yo, go to the radio station, da-da-da-da. So rest in peace to D. Cherie. D. Cherie was the one that got me started on a show. I did the Traffic Jam 2 to 5 on Mondays and Fridays. It was the funnest. I get to play whatever I want. It was super fun, man. And once I got that radio bug in me, man, once I got bit by that thing, I did not want to leave it, man. And I try to learn everything. I learned how to do promotions, commercials. I learned how to DJ a little bit. just so I could get the blend, get the songs of the instrumentals going slowly to what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I used to walk down. Remember Willie's in Greensboro off of Summit?
Mm-hmm.
I used to walk down there at least once a week. Me and my boys used to walk. We had no car. And just so I could get the coolest records, man, I'd be like, yo, I want to get these records so I could break them on the radio. There was nothing like 90.1, man. And big up to D. Cherie and Mr. Wellborn. They both gave me a chance, man. And I love every second of that right there, bro.
So how close was you and Terrance J?
Oh, me and Terrance was close. So that's the thing. So Terrance, he got the Jamz before me. Mm-hmm. So Terrance was always like, yo, Mo, send your air check. You dope. People talk about you, da-da-da-da. So this is a true story. So I gave him my air check. I don't want to say his name, but I gave it to a program director at the time, the music director at the time, and he was like, yo, Mo, this shit is whack. You'll never be in commercial radio, blah, 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 blah. And I told Terrance, like, yo, dude, diss me, yo. He's like, yo, don't worry about it, man. I'm going to talk to Kevin Chaos. So then he talked to Kevin Chaos, and then Kevin Chaos gave me a shot in promotions. And then once I got in the building, it was all love, because once I got in the building because of Terrance, or like Kyle Santillian, Tap, and Waleed, and everybody heard me on 90.1, and they didn't know it was me at the time. And when I told them it was me, that's when Tap Money, he gave me a chance to be on the radio at Jamz. So it wasn't for Terrance and really Rob Swinger too, I wouldn't even be on Jamz, man, for real. So I was, and Tap Money giving me a chance.
Look to Tap Money. Now, doing radio, man, do you like radio better when the people didn't know what you look like, or do you like it now that, you know, with social media, people come up to you in the street, want to take pictures, know who you are? Which one did you like better?
I like being behind the scenes, but it doesn't bother me that people do know me. You know what I'm saying? So social media and all, that's cool. I don't mind. I love taking pictures, man. You know what I'm saying? I do it anytime I can.
Because I can't lie, man. I'm a huge fan of 1-2 Jamz, all the personalities through the years. And so before, you know, you just hear these voices, and Wale E. Coyote was, you know, very popular in the area. And so, you know, I would hear his voice all the time. Then the first time I seen this man in real life, it just blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe that's what he looks like. That was like one of the craziest times I ever remember in radio, man. So everybody wants to know, man, 1-2 Jamz. For years, you know, we partied. Everybody wants to know what happened to Super Jam.
Money, all about the money. Now, look, I love Super Jam. I was a big fan. You know, we bought so many artists, man, but these artists have gotten so expensive. I mean, for instance, if we were trying to bring Drake to a Super Jam right now, Drake is going to cost us $3 to $5 million. $3 to $5 million for an hour set? You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, we wasn't charging much. We were only charging $10, $20 and all that.
My first concert in 2004. My very first concert, because it was so irresponsible. Like, you didn't have to spend that much. It was a beautiful thing, man.
Mm-hmm. It was, but it hurt our pockets. So, and this is real talk, man. Intercom, white people do not like losing money. So you got investors and they losing money, and they ain't gonna keep going. And then I think the last one we did, I think we had Rick Ross there, and it flopped. It really flopped, and that was the last one. We just couldn't take that hit no more, man. You know what I'm saying? So we had to figure out something else to do. But trust me, if we could bring back Super Jam, I would love to. Like, we brought Lit Fest, you know what I'm saying, to the city, but it's not the same feeling as Super Jam. So I didn't want to do another Lit Fest just because I didn't get that same feeling.
Yeah, it was a vibe. It was a feeling, man, just to see bumper to bumper traffic on High Point Road, just crazy, just pandemonium till like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's just crazy. If you've never been in Greensboro to experience it, Too bad for it. It feels like how A&T homecoming is.
I'm about to say it's A&T homecoming in the summer. That's all it is, man.
In the summer, man.
Yep.
Definitely, man. A huge debate I have with all my friends is what in your opinion, what was the littest club in Greensboro in its heyday? I'm gonna go with Minaj, my personal pick.
Can I pick two or I gotta stay with one?
Go two.
All right. So the first one, remember Atlantis Cafe?
Yes.
Friday and Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! That used to be crazy. And my second one, the Bay on Sundays at Montego Bay.
Montego Bay on Sundays.
Man, people don't know about that, boy. That right there was legendary, man.
Yeah.
Woo!
I think I've seen you in there.
Oh yeah, me and Wally used to host. Me, Wally,
yeah.
I was in there. All of us, man. I mean that club there, man. I miss them days. I miss that.
Why do you think Greensboro is such a vibe, man? I mean, I'm older now. I actually don't even live in Greensboro anymore. I live in Raleigh, but my time there, man, it just seems such like a vibe. Like the radio, just the radio station was so and still is connected to the community.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Greensboro, Winston, High Point, all that is such a special place?
Well, first of all, Greensboro is a young market. Like it's a lot of colleges, not just in Greensboro. You have Winston, you have High Point. You know what I'm saying? And you have SU, you have A&T, UNCG, and all of them come together, and that's what makes it popping. And with us, as far as with 102 Jamz, we like to cater to the 18 and 34-year-olds, but mostly we want to cater to the kids that are still in high school. That's why we still do Friday night footballs and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just because we got to stay in the community with the young kids. And then the young kids, they remember that, and they come up with us. And that's what makes Jamz still connect with the community, because we grew up with y'all. Just like how you listen to me in the overnights, you know what I'm saying? Like, you basically grew up listening to me, you know what I'm saying? Listen to 102 and everything. And you remember the personalities. And we've had some great personalities. Like, we've had Buster Brown, Africa, Amos Quick, and now we got 3 Live with B-Dot and Kyle Santillion back in the day with Wild Out. Anytime I mention them things, man, people always remember, you know what I'm saying? So I think that is really the connection, bro, for real.
Right, and yeah, those personalities, man. I follow today, on social media. B-Dot has been on this podcast, man, and it's just y'all just a super staple in the community, and I love it, and the people love it too, man. So talk about, man, you from going from overnights to now being the music director, and what is that all that to detail, because a lot of people want to be rappers and want to know how to get their music on 102 Jamz, man. So what is all the detail of music director?
I mean, well, for overnights, man, what a lot of people don't know is that Tap Money gave me a chance to be his assistant music director. So I used to have to work every day. It was no days off for me. Monday mornings, we have our music meetings, and we still have those music meetings today. And they always started early in the morning. And then I had to go to overnights after I finished working. Let me remind you, them meetings can last anywhere between 10 a.m. till freaking, I don't know, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So then I would literally have to get up and go to overnights. And that used to get really hard. I did that for 11 years, brother, 11 years. And so thanks to Waleed and Tap talking to me so much, because I was ready to quit. But Tap was like, look, Bo, I got something coming. Be patient. Da, da, da. So I've been patient. And then when Tap left, that's how I became the music director. But I always, and I don't mean to sound like too cocky or confident when I say this, but I know I have a great ear in finding music. I've always had a great ear finding music, and Tap knew that. So we'll be in a meeting, even though Tap was the music director, I'm the one bringing the music. So I'm like, man, I could do this on a regular. So when Tap finally left and my boss gave me the opportunity to do it, it was great. And our numbers have been through the roof. Everybody, morning show, myself, afternoons, everybody's doing good. So that the transition to doing music wasn't that bad, because I was always doing it. And I always like to keep up to date what's hot. on social media or what's hot, what my DJs are playing. So, and I tell artists this all the time: you have to establish yourself with the DJs. You have to build relationships. And I don't mean while they're DJing in the club, going to them and asking them to play your record. That's not establishing a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like after the club is done, introduce yourself, tell them about your single, about how you're moving it. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I always tell people, man, I am always the last person that your song comes to. Unless your name is Drake or Chris Brown, your song always starts on the mix show.
Right.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Now, once it pops on the mix show, once it pops in the clubs, and DJs will start playing it. You hear it. You see girls vibing to it. Not your homeboys are vibing to it. You see girls that you don't even know vibing to it. That's what I like to look for. And that's how you get your song on the radio. It's been so many artists from around here that we've broken, but they've all broke in the clubs first. Right. And then we break them on the radio. We have to see the reaction first, because at the end of the day, this is a business. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand, like, yo, I got to answer them. If the numbers come back incorrectly, guess what? I'm probably going to be out of the job. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be out of a job. So I got to make sure that the music is right for the radio station.
Personally, man, y'all have just watch from afar, man. Y'all have given a lot of local artists chances, from the Tigo Bees to the what's the guy used to be with Cream Team?
Black Boy, that's my man.
Black Boy.
We played the Baby before he was the Baby. He was calling himself Black Jesus.
Right.
And the Baby remembers that, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, God, the list goes on. Right now we playing Fletcher.
This list is very, very, very long. Ricky Rucker is like,
but see, people don't realize that, because people get mad because their song is not on the radio.
Right.
That's when you hear, oh, 102 Jazz don't support this and that. I'm like, well, we do. It's just that we're not playing your song, and that's why they get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But look, like I said, you got to establish your relationships to get on.
Absolutely.
And your song got to be good, too. Jesus Christ.
Got to be good.
Whew, I've heard some bad ones.
Right. Definitely. All right. So Mo, 2020, people are streaming, people listen to music all these kind of ways. You don't quote unquote need the radio to break records. Why is radio still important?
Well, I tell people this all the time. Radio is still important because, okay, if you're just a streaming artist like NBA Youngboy or somebody young or Lil Pump or some damn body, and you're streaming great, 100,000 streams, great, Tekashi 69, great. But can you go to an arena of 20 to 30, 40,000 people and fill it up? Nah. But if you're Drake or you're Chris Brown, you can, because radio has that power across the country where people, like, you're going to go to the festivals, you're going to want to go to them. They bring in the big name artists, the headlines, the money getters, the money makers. The money makers are on the radio. You know what I'm saying? That's why labels always push me all the time. Like, yo, Mo, we need this, we need that, because they know you can't just be a streaming artist. Yeah, you could be popping on streaming. You could bring the little kids to your venue for 2,000 people, 3,000 people. But if you want to make the headline of 20,000, you want to get on radio. So that's why radio still to this day is super important. And true, the kids can value, and kids listen to their phones and stuff like that. But to the people that's working, the older crowd, the 20 and up that got a job every day, you know, they're not really streaming like that, man. They listen to the radio to find out what's popping, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. That drive in the morning, and then nowadays it's I don't go searching for music, like, you know. So sometimes nowadays I'm definitely hearing the new song from the radio. And the great thing about, I'm all the way up here in Raleigh. No disrespect to K975. I still listen to 102 Jamz more, because it seems like I'm gonna hear something I ain't never heard before. Like, you know, it's just
that, and that's the value of us, man. The value of 102 Jamz. We always want to play them songs that you haven't heard, or songs that's like really, really, really popping in the streets. That's our job to give to you. You know what I'm saying? And we like to be first on that. And we always have, man. That's the way my boss is set up. That's the way I'm set up. And a lot of programmers, and not to say 97. I know the 97.5 director. He's super cool. My man J Tech. But a lot of them got consultants in radio. And what a consultant means, they consult you and tell you what to play. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, you gotta play this record, you gotta play that. We don't have a consultant. We can go ahead and play whatever we want to play. And that's why 102 Jamz is cool, because we don't have to answer to nobody. We go ahead and just do what we want to do if it feels good.
And I think like I'm gonna end this pretty soon, but I think one of the dopest things that 102 Jamz is no syndicated morning show. It's B Dot in the 3 Live crew, like you know them, like you know them. It's not like we all love Charlamagne, we all love Ricky Smiley, but you're listening to somebody that you can really see in the community every day.
Right.
Would make 102 Jamz one of the dopest, man.
Right.
Big Mo, man, thanks for taking, some time out to talk to me on Best Conversations podcast, man.
Man.
You can find Big Mo on the from 10 to 2,
10 a.m. to 3, 10 a.m. to 3, Monday to Friday.
Monday through Friday, man. Any words you want to leave the people with?
Look, man, just don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. If you believe in your heart that you can do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had people try to doubt me and tell me I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, you never do this. You believe in yourself, man, and you believe that you can do it, man. Life is short. You know what I'm saying? Get what you got to get. You know what I'm saying? And work hard, man, and Black Lives Matter. That's about it right there.
Black lives definitely matter.
Definitely.
Thank you, Big Mo, man. Been a fan for super long, man. Thank you so much for the opportunity, for taking a little time out to chat with you, man. Best love and best wishes to you and your family. Stay safe. And like I said, man, make sure y'all always listen in to 102 Jamz, best radio station in the country. My opinion might be a little biased.
Nah, you're not biased. It's the truth, man. Like, we are in the top 10 hip hop stations in the country, and Greensboro, North Carolina. Out of all these stations, New York, Washington, all that, right here in Greensboro, we're top 10, bro. So
yeah, and source power, whatever thing they do, I want to see 3 Live crew in that power 50.
Working on it.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, for real. Like, let's get into it, man. But all right, Mo, man, have a blessed night, man. And again, I don't know you from I know you don't know me, but you still gave me the opportunity.
I know you, man. You're a family. You in Greensboro. It's all good, brother.
Yes, man. Thank you, my brother. You have a good night, my G.
You do the same, man. Peace, brother.
Mm-hmm.